What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Mitch. We're going to be reviewing a Subaru, not a Toyota, not a Scion, but a Subaru BRZ that has a supercharger on it. Now, this is a highly desired setup for these cars, and it's pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. It's quick and it wants to get sideways and it wants to be a drift car. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a full review of it, and then I'm gonna do, after this video, I'll do 5 things that I like, 5 things that I hate about these Subaru BRZ Supercharged. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Before we get into the video too much, I just wanted to say a quick thank you. This is provided to me by this company right here. With that pops right up. West State Motorsport. Great people there. They're awesome. They have really cool cars. Stuff that we like. Stuff that on my channel that we like. You know, we like turboed MR2s. We like CELICA GTSs. We love Evos. And Subarus and BRZs. So if you want to look at what they have, they're going to be the first link below. They're awesome. They have a great inventory. And they actually ship all over the country too. So anywhere in the United States, if you want a car from them, they'll ship it out to you. And they got cool, unique stuff. And they always have unique stuff coming through. So get it while you can. And why do I say that? Because every car that I've ever reviewed from them has been sold quickly right after. So I did a turboed S2000, gone right away. I did an amazing blue Evo, gone right away. So if you want this car, make sure to check it out. And this car's scary. So let's go ahead and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the car, and then we'll jump into the. So let's go into it. It's a 2013. Again, Subaru. I like to always say Toyota, but it's a Subaru BRZ, and then it's a limited edition, which I'm gonna go into about how cool that is and what I like about that. And I wish a lot of my cars had limited editions. I love the limited stuff on there. So it's a 2013 Subaru BRZ Limited. And it's a really, really cool car. If you don't know and you're new to the BRZ world, it's a rear-wheel drive. This one's manual, and it's a 6-speed, which I am in love with 6-speed cars. I love 6-speed cars, it's a big deal. And then, one of the other things that I like to say about this one is it's in, the color is called lightning red. How cool is that? Lightning red. I love red cars. This is like the better version of my favorite color of red, which is the Absolute Red by Toyota. This is like Toyota again, it's Subaru, but lightning red, and I think it looks really good, and I think the title of the color is lightning red. I think that's really cool. Again, rear-wheel drive, 6-speed manual, has bucket seats, which I'll show you guys in a second, power windows, heated seats, keyless entry, all kind of the good works, fog lamps, cruise control, all the stuff that you want. But what we're here for, and what you guys want to know, is the upgraded mods. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. So yeah, it has a Rotrex supercharger. And kind of what I found, and what I don't have a dyno for this exact car, but it makes about 282 horsepower. That's a lot. It might not sound like a 500 horsepower V10, but for how light and how honestly small this car is, it wants to go. It's really fun. The other thing that I really like about it, on Rotrex, what they show on their dyno sheets, and I think that this is a really big deal, is it makes 200, get this guys, 212 foot-pounds of torque. That is a lot of torque. Like that is get up and go for a rear-wheel drive car, and it feels like it. Like as soon as you're in first gear and you give it a little go, like it doesn't have to be any RPM. It's all throughout the entire power band. It will go. I actually already drove it a little bit, and now as I was driving it, getting on the highway in third gear, as soon as it hit 6,000 RPMs, it wanted to let go. Like it was getting sideways and squirrely, and I was like, had a quick flash for my life. But it really gets down. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood and show you guys a little bit more tutorial about it, and then we'll go into the full mod list on this beautiful car here. Okay, so that is that aggressive, look at that engine bay. That is really aggressive. It looks to me like the previous owner did some blue accents here and there, oil cap over there, coolant, the boxer, there's a couple little caps that they did blue. They did some pins that are blue, which is kind of cool because the car has Subaru, which is blue over here on the front badge, and then I don't know if you guys can see that, but the Subaru badge is is blue, and then he did some blue accents on there. So the upgraded mods for this car is a Craftswork supercharger kit, and I'll have it all linked down below. With a Rotrex C38 to 81 supercharger, independent 30mm cog driven system of zero slip, which I'm assuming is, I think that's the Sapoli that's on the supercharger. And then it's an offset right here, so you can see all the bracket has an offset mounting, which looks really cool. A front mount intercooler, and it's 29 by 7 by 3 inch, and I think they're good up to like 480 horsepower if you wanted to go that big on this thing. But there's a front mount intercooler in there. Aluminum piping, which you guys can see, and it's kind of cool. It's I like wrinkle black, but this one's like more of a painted gray. It looks pretty good actually. I like it. Oil cooler. High quality CNC machine brackets, which you can see right. One of the things I will have to show you guys is I'm gonna grab a light real quick here, and I'm sorry about the wind. It is a cold, windy day. Heat wrapped headers, so you guys can see those awesome headers down there. Those look really cool. They actually did a pretty good job with the heat wrap. I'm not gonna lie, that actually looks really good in my opinion. And then this bracketing is really cool. But that gives you a close up look. I know a lot of people are interested in this because they want to see this and what it's. So that's the supercharger kit. Now let's go around to the back, and I want to show you guys, and you're gonna get a lot of this. I'm gonna have a lot of clips. Again, sorry about the wind noise, but it does have a single exit Greddy exhaust, or G-Ready, and it is so loud, but it looks pretty good actually. I'm personally a guy that likes things that are symmetrical, so with the one out the side, it's cool, but I'd prefer two. But yeah, I think it looks good. I really love the rear end of this. It does have SPYDER taillights, which I'm a fan of SPYDER taillights. I do like their taillights, and I think it looks really good. The smoked look on them actually looks really good, and I do want to go turn them on for. Yeah, I really like those taillights. I think those look really modern. I think they look a lot like a BMW almost. Just those like really good quality looking. I think that makes the car look a lot more aesthetic in my opinion. I wish they'd do that on some of my older cars. Maybe like on the MR2 that I own. If they did that, that would be awesome. That'd be really awesome. And then we're actually going to go into the car real quick. So I did want to show you this. And the first thing that I actually noticed when I got into this car, we're going to turn that light off real quick here, is that it has this AEM boost gauge failsafe, which I own one of these, same exact gauge, and I really like it. And they mounted it in here, and it looks so sleek and so cool. It doesn't look like they really cut anything. I absolutely love that. So I think that's a really cool modification from the previous owner. I love that a lot. It's awesome. It's sleek. It's covered up. It's like, it almost looks a little bit factory, but it's also a good point to look at while you're driving the. Back over to the side, we do have the carbon fiber, I don't know what that is, a carbon fiber grill, I guess you'd say, side grill, which looks pretty good. I think it's an overlay, I don't know if it's real. The carbon fiber mirrors looks pretty cool. Again, I think that's an overlay. I don't know if it's real, but that actually looks pretty cool. I would prefer the red. I know that a lot of people like carbon fiber, but I think I like the red. I like red mirrors to matching that, or like if I had a black car, I'd want black mirror. Oh, if I had a black car, the carbon fiber would look pretty good. But for red, I'm a big fan of carbon fiber, like maybe on the grille, but not so much on the mirrors. I like the mirrors to be matching. Also, it has a nice little trim piece, a carbon fiber side skirt right down there. That looks pretty cool. cool. And then it has F1 rear fog light, which let's come to the back here. You guys saw that when that was on. That's at center F1. My girlfriend actually saw that on a car, and she's like, "Why is it on? It looks like it's like annoying. It looks like it's broken." I actually like it, but I think it can be annoying for someone driving behind you. But it does look pretty cool when it's on. You guys can see it down there, and it looks kind of smoked to me as well. So whoever had this previous owner did a really nice job. I would say everything on it looks very good, and even has the carbon fiber rear skirt right there. I didn't notice that, but the carbon fiber rear skirt. And then the last thing that has on here that's been done to this car, exterior wise, is the lightning red rear diffuser. And I'm not sure if there's a brand to this or if it's like the factory one. Oh, and there is a carbon fiber, again, the Sky one, and this one I think it seems to be real, this one does, a carbon fiber gas cap. But I really do love the wing. It looks really good for a low, sleek, slung car. I think everything on this, whoever owned this car did a very good job. It's something similar that I would do to my FRS or BRZ. So we've kind of done everything already, I would say, for the exterior. And I want to go on the interior. You know, this is 2013. One of the things that I really love about this car, as we get in here, and I'm glad to get in here, it's actually freezing, is the interior is awesome. I really like it. Now the dome light, this is not one from like my website. This is a blue dome light. The guy, whoever owned this car, I love blue stuff, I guess. I would do a nice white so I could see in here better, but that's pretty. I really love the infotainment system here. I think it's really good. If you own an FRS or BRZ or whatever it is, I would go for this. Or an 86, even the 86 with the newer ones. They did a really good job from the original one that came out. I actually would love to own one of these and put this little, a Toyota one, and put it into my MR2. I think that would look really good. I really love the infotainment system for what this car is. I think they did a good job. I don't think it looks too dated. I don't think anything's really wrong with it. It is touchscreen, and it does do a good. Another thing that I think Subaru did a really good job with is the interior of the seats. This is a very nice happy medium between my Toyota Celica, which I think the bolstering's not enough, and my Evo. I have a 2010 Evo, and I think the bolstering might be too much. This is a perfect happy medium. They did a very good job with it. Now, a thing that I like about this Limited one, as you guys can see, it says Limited right here. Look how cool that is on this Limited one, it comes with like a cloth middle and then a leather side, which I find very aesthetic, very good looking. And then I love the little red stitching that they did with it. I think they did a very good job with the bucket seats in this car. Another thing that I think they did a very good job is the just the driver position. I think is very good. It looks down at the hood. It's not too low. Like my MR2 feels like there's no car in front of you, which is really cool. This car has those little humps that you can see a little bit up there, which I like. It actually reminds me of like a Porsche a little bit with the lower front end because the boxes are flat and then the hunched arches. I think that looks really cool. But the driving position is very good. The S2000 is pretty good as well. The Evo, you sit so far up like this, it's a different driving experience. I think this is a nice happy medium that they did for the driving experience. I really love how the speedometer down here is like negative. It reminds me of the GTR. So when you're going 60, it's only like right here. It's pretty cool versus like it's starting at 0 miles per hour or kilometers, and it's right here, and then it goes up. I think that's kind of cool. It's back a little bit. The tack looks very cool. I love that the tack goes to 9,000. I think that is awesome. I think it looks very cool. I love that they come with shift lights. Very simple, very nice. The one thing though is that I said right here is that the steering wheel is pretty large. You might want to go to a smaller one. It does come with cruise control. I do love the push to start. These cars do have a push to start. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So what we're gonna do is push the clutch in, put our foot on the brake, and then hit the start button. And yeah, it'll start up. And my Lord, this car is loud. It is so loud. Oh my gosh. But let's go ahead and go for a drive now. It is so loud. Someone said on a review recently that the stock exhaust on these cars aren't loud enough, but on the cold start on these things, oh my gosh, and it is cold. It is loud. So let's go for a drive and go with. I think a lot of people are here because they do want to hear that noise. You can definitely hear the supercharger. It sounds pretty cool. It has that little whine. The exhaust is definitely stronger than the induction noise. I do really love this handling so far. I enjoy the shifting a lot. Like I said, I mentioned I do enjoy the shifting a lot. I think it does a very good job of finding where the gears are. Very short, nimble shifting. The transmission is good. I really love it. It's very cold today. So this car does have the Limited. It does have heated seats, which I truly am enjoying the heated seats. I think this is really cool that this car has those heated seats. Again, I mentioned earlier that the driver position is very good. So I do enjoy the driving position, and the power is definitely. As you guys can see, it's a very cool little wideband, sitting right about 14 and a little bit, you know, 14.4 is where it should always sit, right around there. So it's doing a pretty good job of that. I love the look of, again, of the dash. Everything looks really good. I do like the feel actually of these little knobs. I know they're like plastic here, but I like the location of them right behind the stick. I think that's pretty good for the climate control. Love the radio, like I said. So as we're driving around, you know, Mitch, what does it feel like to drive this car? You know, we're reviewing it. Here, watch. Oh man, it just wants to go. Yes, it is so much torque. I really enjoy the torque that this puts down a lot. There's power very low in the RPM range, and a lot of power up high. So I did mention in the video, I'm going to mention 5 things I hate about this car and 5 things I love about this car. One of them is that they are everywhere. There's a good example. Oh my gosh, how perfect is that? Now it doesn't look like this one. This one looks a lot more beefy, I'll tell you that. And I don't know if that was a Limited or not, but there are a lot of these. Also, you guys might say, hey, you know, what's the functionality? Does it work? Does a supercharger work on this? Because we are reviewing this high horsepowered BRZ. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at the idle. That's a great idle. Honestly, it's not going up. It's not hunting. Gas mileage is meh. The gas mileage will go down on it. But overall, the Rotrex supercharger does a very good job, and you guys will be happy with it. I promise you. The increase of power is absolutely worth it. This does not feel like any. I've driven, I don't know, 20 BRZs or FRSs. This doesn't feel like any of them. It's a unique one. I even drove a turboed one, and this is a different feeling. This has so much instant torque. Here we'll take off right here. Just so much instant torque. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It just that was 1 pep of it. And these have 235s on the rear. I'm not sure what the stock tires are. I think they're 215s. So these are 235s, and they'll just break loose immediately. You'd actually need a lot more meaty tires on these. I will say I did try to do a nice pull on the highway, and it scared me. I think the tire pressure is a little bit low. That's why the TPS is on there. So I don't want to push it too hard. Otherwise, I'd really lay into it for you guys at a higher RPM or a higher speed. But I'm really enjoying this, and I think you will too. We'll go down into second real quick here, and it will want to break loose. So I want to make sure that I got a clear area here, because it always wants to break loose. So here we go. That is some good power. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Lots of good induction noise, lots of good exhaust noise. You guys will be happy with this. Yeah, very responsive too. There's no lag. It's very responsive compared to the turbo. So I really do love this car, and I think that this is a great car. I think that the horsepower has been solved with this. I know a lot of people have an issue saying it's underpowered. Go put this kit on here. This will give a run for a car's a lot of run for its money. It is very quick. I'm not kidding you. It is a quick car. It feels a heavy steering wheel. It actually is a lot heavier than my MR2, and even being a rear-wheel drive, the steering is very direct, very heavy. It's actually really nice. I really enjoy the steering wheels a lot. The steering feel as well. Steering wheel is pretty large, to be honest. It's actually really large for the year that it is. They're big steering wheels. Like, it makes my Evo steering wheel feel small, overall, it's a really good feel. So I've been driving the car a little bit now. I would say the suspension's actually really comfortable. It's actually really good suspension. With this supercharger on it, watch this. Oh my gosh, there must be so much torque on this car for how little the car weighs. It's actually pretty unbelievable how much torque it does. It just wants to break loose. I was going on the highway and I was in third gear and it scared me. It wanted to kill me. It definitely let go of traction. It is very, very, very quick. I definitely would recommend some really nice tires on this car. Yeah, recently I did a GTR review and it was raining and the tires were shot on that and it just wanted to kill you. This feels like the same thing, but rear-wheel drive. So, look at that. Just spun. We'll do a second. Spun. This is crazy. It's crazy. Another thing is that I watched someone do a review on this car, and they were saying that the way it sounds is too quiet for how fast it looks. This is a loud car. I mean, that Subi rumble, listen to that. It is so loud. You can hear the supercharger, and I know a lot of people here because they want to know if they should supercharge this. If you do supercharge this car, it is crazy. Make sure you get some good tires. I'm not kidding you. And you want some aggressive suspension to match the amount of power that you put on this car. This car will already break loose, even as it is. I mean, Toyota made Toyota made this car as a car to be a drift car, and it will get sideways, put more power like this one has. It's scary. I'm not kidding you. I don't feel super planted in it. It is definitely an experience. Yeah, a lot of cars I do really want to feel planted in them and confident in the power. This one is pretty sketch. I'm not gonna lie. My MR2, it will want to break loose, but with the power plant in the rear of the car, it feels really balanced, and it feels like if it were to break loose, I'm comfortable with it. This car, not so much. I'm gonna wrap this review up here. I really do like it. I do recommend the supercharger. It is quick. There is so much instant torque. You will love the instant torque. I promise you, it fixes that. It has a lot of power. If you want a drift car, or if you want like a high strung version of, sorry, the diesel truck's away. A high-strung version of a BRZ or FRS, get this kit. This is a special car. In addition, I really love the color. The lightning red looks so good. The back angle of this car looks really, really aggressive as well. I do love it. It's a really good looking car. We're back here at the dealership, and then look, there's my CELICA. You can see how a little bit, that looks pretty modern to me. That looks pretty modern. There's a very nice CELICA. This is like my CELICA. This is probably like the highest you can get on the CELICA. And then here is a GT3. And then if you look at the GT3 on it, the FRS is pretty aggressive. I'm not gonna lie, it is a pretty good aggressive car. So overall, this car, this torque, this power is really good. I enjoy the car. I would recommend it. It's very affordable, I think, for what you get out of it. So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, guys, and I'll be back for 5 things I love and 5 things I hate about this Subaru BRZ. See you guys on the next video.